chapter, every stolen kiss, every late night walk, every secret wish, every second chance, every time we dance underneath the light of street lamp. Just know that I have to
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Who am I kidding? Just gentlemen. Welcome to BlackOut Gaming TV. It's ETF2L Highlander Season 10, Week 3. We're on PL Borneo. It's Strong Opinions, the champions of Season 9 versus the new boys, the newcomers, TC Ambition. Team : Ambition, I should say. I'm joined by Arjax doing the streaming work tonight. So glad to have a streamer, a talented streamer like Arjax, who's handsome as well. And Stinson, who's even more handsome, is my co-caster, hailing from Germany. How are you doing, Stinson?
Hello, good evening. I had a rough day. I was incredibly hungover until half an hour ago when John told me to cast this. So, I'm looking forward to the match, but I might be a bit off my game today.
No, you'll be fine. Like, channel the spirit of George Best, as I was talking about in the pre-game. Turn up drunk, cast brilliantly. That's one for the football fans like Emilio and the rest of us out there. But we've got a great game, probably a great game. We'll see. We've got some interesting roster switch-ups. Stinson, you know, despite being over, you've actually done some research on this.
I've done research, yes.
Give me the rosters. Start with the league champions.
Alright. So Strong Opinions roster tonight will be on Scout they have Lazy Bear, Rapt Soldier, Steve on Pyro, Ali on Demo, Emilio on Heavy, Seal is returning on NG, Ceejaey on Medic, K-Cod on Sniper for Cloudy, and Toast on the Ambassador Dead Ringer Spy class. And on the side of TC Ambition, we have tonight Scout Wonder, Popcorp is working as a soldier, Sunrise on Pyro, Tetsu on Demo, played soldier I think the first 2 weeks, but now they switched him back to Demo Man, I'm not sure why. Sinok on Heavy, Sun Arjax on Engineer, Palmsky the Medic, Flo is gonna click some heads tonight, and Selek on Spy.
So, interesting selection. Obviously, a few mercs for Strong Opinions, but we're going live since, and so not very much time to talk about the rosters. But it's very interesting to see K-Cot Pack playing his first game for probably well over a year. People who don't know K-Cot, he is the original kill switch sniper who won the championship with Emilio in Season 5. He's going to be playing with like 200 ping. I remember back in the day everyone hated playing against him, and I think TC Ambition are going to feel that tonight playing against K-Cot. But let's see if he's still got some of his old form.
I have no idea who he is. Gotta admit, that was before I watched Prem.
If his name was actually K-Cot, because I'm worried, because his ping is actually a lot better than it used to be. K-Cot, am I completely mad?
It's just 30 ping right there.
Could be completely mistaken him for someone else. Talk me through Borneo. What do you think? This first hold.
I mean, I have not played a lot of Borneo because I'm not playing this season really. I have no idea about any callouts on this map. I know some place is Jenkins, but on the other, I think that's on the second point. So it looks like TC Ambition is set up with the sentry gun here on the, on tracks, way behind the spawn, and I've seen people hold on the right side a little bit more forward, but I guess that's how they're going here for the first hold.
Yeah, teams generally hold on the right side, but a lot of teams stop doing it because it's really risky for your combo to get forced there. So I think we're just going to see a classic where the team's just going to rotate from the first point quickly. They're just going to wait for the Uber exchange, and you can see like they've pulled in their flank on the right. Sunrise and Selek have gone down, and it's just a scout soldier holding the right side. The combo really passive, as you'd expect. Strong Opinions keeping their medic in spawn. For now, TC have done a good job. They've stopped the cart from moving, but it's the second time. It's the sap by Toast. It's really uncoordinated. He actually took the SG down in the first suicide wave, and now here comes the Uber. It's a solid counter Uber. It's going to be solo on the heavy. It's a good position. They've forced people back, but the flank is going to pressure on the right side. They completely own the flank, and the direct hit soldier is in position. They picked Setsu as well. Chibuk's gone down to K-Cot. Popcort's kind of been alone. He does trade with Raptor, but yeah, I think they've overextended a few too many people on this point. They could lose second as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I like the sentry back on the tracks. You're giving up so much ground, and I think Ali just walked there, piped the sentry twice, and it was immediately down without any contest. And now they're probably gonna do second off of this. They only have an SG level 1 here on the right side. and Strong Opinions are already pressuring the flank. They're gonna push into here.
Yeah, they went straight for that house. They know how strong that hold is. They've got the SG down really quickly. I think he's going to go back and build on third. The engineer, San Alex, he should. They're just going to sit on the balcony. I don't think they can prevent this. The Demoman Setzel, he's trying. He's got Seal off the car. He's being pressured by Lazy Bear, but Lazy Bear gets down by Wanda. But Raptor's in a great position. The heals aren't really on the combo classes, so they can't really hold it. They're trying. They've Ubered. The car is so close. It's what they call nipple hairs away. They've actually managed to use their Uber. They're going to find some frags on the lower grounds. Setzel's done a great job. He's cleaned up some people, but there's a counter Uber from Strong Opinions. It's straight into a Pyro. Sinrise has denied it, but he goes down now, and there's a Spy's going to go on the Sentry, and they do. No, he goes for the Kappa, so they do edge the Cap. So crazy action, but Wanda's managed to get in behind and pick Ceejaey. This fight is intense. It's been some big starts to the game.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few pick here on Ceejaey. Somewhat slows down Strong Opinions. They almost capped it without even having to pop because they just had so good position. They could spam their way into there, and TC Ambition took so much damage for free. But now they can go for a forward hold here since Ceejaey just respawned and he is on 16% Uber.
It's Steve. Oh, Steve trying to get. Oh, he's got him. Steve with the big plays by as what he does. Steve, what a man, what a player
Never mind.
he is.
Steve just went the tights once again.
Setzel's caught out. He's gonna die. He kills himself. I think actually he knows how caught out he is. Huge play by Steve's Palmsky. He's like, how did you joke on me with the only picks on that block? Skill, he says. I think it is skill. But that was huge because they've given them the Uber advantage. They had the potential to get this big lot of time on third, but now they have all the momentum, Strong Opinions.
Yeah, I mean, third point is pretty hard to push if you have a good defense set up here, but it looks like they're just pressuring the card and nobody's actually dealing damage. Ceejaey is down low. It's actually a really bad position for a medic to be in, but nobody's getting effect.
Oh,
now Selek gets him with the pistol.
Oh dear, you were right about it being a bad. She was forced in the low ground by Sinrise, and then he ran away because he got nervous about something, and the Spy just came in and found him alone. But no, they've lost their medic, so it's a boost for TC Express. Sorry, Ambition, but they're down there, half their team. The momentum is still going with Strong Opinions.
I mean, 3 points in 3 minutes and 35 seconds is really fast in Borneo. Usually rounds take a lot longer.
There goes Palmsky.
I really hope that TC Ambition can stabilize their hold here on last maybe. So Strong Opinions has to use 1 or 2 Ubers to get in here and get some time on clock, but they're already pressuring here into last. ×3 on the cut with a heavy, just dominating.
Yeah, Emilio's just staying on the car. He knows where he's most useful. He's doing the classic Emilio as Setzel gets sniped. Just bait and spam down to him, and whilst his combo comes in, good side. Really, really good play by Strong Opinions. That's the power of their team. They lose their medic twice, but their flank is so dominant. K-Colt's getting a few really good picks. Like TC Ambition made a kind of risky call by holding in front of the ideal holds on third. You've got the ideal hold inside the third point in that big house, and then you've got the ideal hold on the fourth, where you're back on your last setup with an SG and you're holding the chokes. And they made these two questionable decisions to hold in front of them, and then they lost their medic both times. And if they could just keep that Uber in the bank, they could have brought a lot more time. But they allowed Strong Opinions to get the big plays.
I mean, thank God that the Hualong Heater is banned in ETF2L. I think it is still banned. Otherwise, Emir would have gotten full pop heavy there on the card. Just mouse running everyone down, while his team is just mowing TC Ambition. Let's see. Strong Opinions is actually going for somewhat of the same hold here. Choosing not to hold any kind of forward. There's traps from Ali on the right house here. But otherwise, I'm not sure, man. I don't like this.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
The Hualong Heat is actually allowed, I'm told. So there you go.
I'm
you can
a
do it
bad
next
admin.
round.
I'm sorry.
You can do it next round, man.
Yeah, maybe he's going for it. But let's see how TC Ambition will approach this. Selek just goes down straight away from a nice pilot from LA. They don't have really time for suicide here on the medics. They have
just crits.
Oh, they have crits.
They
terrible.
Forced it. Yeah, they forced it really early. Steve's going to chase. He's going to get denied. It's a good play, so they're going to back up. You're right. The clock is against them, and strong opinions. Like they know that they can just buy time, play the Uber game, and they'll win.
Yeah, CG clearly knew that they were on crits though. Toast just checked it before the round here. Now we have Lazy Bear and Raptor here on the house on the flank, and nobody seems to be able to push them out. Popcap on the direct hit won't really have good cards in a 1v1 here. Just Raptor just spams him out, yeah, and yeah, there he goes. Setsu is trying to put pressure hit the combo here in house. He's getting some decent damage down, but nothing really falling low as Ceejaey is just tanking the heals here on the heavy and on Steve.
Yeah, Ali's down. They've good kill by Setsu to kill Ali, but you're right. They need to get this flank outside the right side. Every time they push, Raptor finally gets sniped by Flo, and it's a good pick on Emilio as well. And Lazy Bear's got now they've got the flank. They've got this great angle to spam. Keiko goes, and I think Ceejaey should run. Yeah, they're retreating. Rightly so. They're going to go back to second hold. Seal's going to put a forward sentry, probably just to buy a little bit of time for his team. Which is smart. Steve's actually gone down. They got. They tried to Uber Stinson. I didn't actually see that. Weird decision.
Yeah. Well, I think they were going for Palmsky here. They didn't really have to because they had Uber and went anyways. But maybe they're already getting a bit overzealous here. And Ali has to pay with his life for it.
It's the wrong decision in my opinion because they've given they could just get that strong second hold up, but they've given the Uber advantage and given them a chance to get in second. But strong opinions, are they going to hold this house? They've got to be really, really careful against this Uber.
Pop could just pick up a level 1 sentry gun there. That's hilarious.
Look at Raptor's hiding behind the combos. This crits comes in and he does get Palmsky. Clever play by Raptor. He knew where they were going to come from. And that's probably going to be round right there. That was their one chance. When they knew they were against crits, they didn't show it any respect. They stayed forward. And Raptor, great hiding spot, gets the medic, and a good clean up there. It's going to be 1-0 to strong opinions, bar a minor miracle. So really, it's garbage time, Stinson. It's time to chat shit, talk memes.
I don't know, man. Like, if you're a TC Ambition now, you're gonna try and push this card, at least cap second, maybe boost some confidence, get some nice picks, some kills here. I don't think you should just garbage this game. Maybe there's a chance in the second round. If strong opinions, you know, I've seen teams throwing, and last week they lost to Fair Enough as well, so they're definitely not unbeatable.
Yeah, they got Lazy Bear in, and they've got K-Cot, so they're down, and Ali in as well, so they're basically 3 mercs. And strong opinions is, I'm sure you guys on the stream would have enjoyed seeing Raptor whipping Palmsky to death, basically showing some dominance there, the young Austrian soldier. He's gonna have some serious psychological problems when he's older, isn't he?
Well, doesn't he already?
Just like to give Raptor some banter. It's okay.
Poor guy. Nah, man. Raptor is one of my best mates, man.
Good
Don't
player.
mock him. Don't mock him.
You can see the way he's holding down the flank, almost by himself sometimes. And his clever play on that second point kind of brought his team the win. I've got a lot of time for strong opinions teamwork. With Emilio playing as a heavy, very good team player. Emilio, they're going to go Uber in here, get some more frags. Hopefully, they can't get anything. Toast is in. He got a frag. But yeah, like with Emilio, I really like the way he plays as a heavy. He's got a lot of team play around him. Like he knows when to distract and force the demo man to waste his stickies on him. He's going to get backstabbed by Selek. What a noob! Here I am, bigging him up. But here comes Raptor. He's got the whip. 1v1. He gets 2 whip frags.
The whip streak is real.
Big plays by Raptor. But you saw it in the first round with Emilio when he pushed a car. I haven't seen many heavies do that on this map, but he knew without the XG, if he could force the demo man to shoot him, he was going to give his team all the room to enter. And it's just things like that. People don't appreciate him as a player. He's a very, very underrated heavy. He's much better than some of the other heavies that are being touted, who are slightly overrated. Not naming names.
I mean, if you just look at the stats and the logs, you wouldn't see that Emilio is like such a good heavy. But I guess if you're like playing with him, if you're mama with him, you really get to appreciate his playstyle. He's insanely protective too for Ceejaey. I think he has like the most spike kills of any heavy.
He communicates because he's played different classes, so he understands a medic's limitations, and he understands a demo's limitations and what he wants from a heavy. So if he's forward with his team, and he knows he's caught out, he's going to call for his team to run away and just try and buy time.
But we're already going live again. Teams are losing no time here. Looks like everyone's gonna get over with.
Okay, Stinson, your TC ambition right now. What do? You just completely hammered in the first round.
Yeah, I mean,
now you're on offense. What do you do?
I mean, they knew it's gonna be hard, right? So that isn't a big of a surprise. And they knew there's a possibility that they get rolled, but now you just have to reset. You have to play what you did in the scrims. You have to execute the strategies you thought out. And on offense now, the good thing is they're probably gonna get like a couple of points because they don't have the timer that runs down. So if they can get the last cap here, that would probably appreciate it. You should just go for like a suicide and then see if you get a Ceejaey or if you get a pig, which they couldn't really do last time, and the crit play was called out and it was a whole mess. Now they can actually start on Uber and just play TF2, man.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I think from their point of view, it's going to be really tough that first round to claw their way back into it. But Wasp almost beat us in the second round, where we played after we dominated the first round. So a lot's got to depend on Strong Opinion's focus. Suicide by Setzel on his own. I don't know what he was doing. Completely disconnected with his team. Not good signs, but they have picked up the lazy bear flank. If they can get this right side, then they can get an angle. Here comes Raptor. He's kind of dueling Popcorp by himself again. Like, he needs some support. They forced Raptor away, and they could actually remove their combo on the right, which is interesting strat. Not very many teams do this. It's Crit Creek. They're going for the better angle with the crits, I think. But the medic's so scared to get forwards. Oh dear, they've not used it.
Yeah,
they're all
so
over the place.
Like, you have to use the crits as a surprise, right? If you want to get something of it. But if you stand there on the side and everybody calls you out, then defending team can prepare. And they chose to Uber in here. I'm not sure if Ceejaey got forced.
I think it was missed combos. He must have thought their combo had crits or something. I don't know. It's a weird decision.
Yeah. I mean, Palmsky preserves his charge, so now they're on an advantage. Now their crits can be really, really effective and maybe snowball the game. Let's see if Setzel can find anything. The charge is almost surely gonna get popped onto Setzel.
Steve is just gonna sit there, spam stickies. Yeah, they're baiting them. They want them to come forwards.
Setzel goes down. That's not a good time now to go down for him, as he's probably the target for the crits.
Strong Opinions aren't giving up ground. They're gonna make them use crits, and they're gonna spam. They're gonna make them earn it, but it could be a crits hit. Beggar's Bazooka actually coming in for Ceejaey. Oh, Popcorp got down so weak, but and the Pyro ran in there, but as well. But they've got a frag onto Steve, so they're gonna have to be passive.
Steve down, guys, push.
Yeah, they got Uber there. They brought enough time for the Uber. That pick on Setzel was key. A bit too much respect from TC maybe being shown. And now that it's crits versus Uber, they must know they have Uber. Maybe they should go main and just try and look for frags from a different angle. Like, this house is going to be terrible if they Uber into you. The angles are terrible for a crits. All they have to do is right click. And they're coming in the worst place to... Oh no, it's Uber, sorry. I'm an idiot. For some reason I thought it was crits. Well, that's right. Palmsky's completely trolled me. He must have switched. But in the end, the Uber doesn't work. They did push from that balcony area, which is one of the worst places to push because it's so easy to get trapped by the Pyro, and they've been punished. Again, good Uber fight.
I think also right before they pushed in, K-Code got like two pigs on the soldier and someone else, so there was no like cleanup damaged anywhere. Like, there was just Setzel and the heavy.
Yeah.
And they just got cleaned up after the Uber, and yeah, I mean, it's looking dire here. Flo on the Palmsky on a disadvantage. K-Code has a nice position. Everyone has the high ground. It's really hard to push in here sometimes. Selek is going for a zap on the sentry gun, but I don't see anyone in position to spam it out and help him, so he's gonna do it on his own. He zaps it. He duels the engineer, but
that's good.
He's not gonna get it. Sentry gun is still up, boys.
That's so kind of timed that easily. Well, they had some pressure at the same time, but it just wasn't early enough. Like San Alex there was in a good position. He could have helped them get the SG down. At the same time, they also had some flank pressure and they got a few frags. But you know, when you don't control the Uber, like you've got to really use that flank pressure to get something key down. Otherwise, you're just going to get cleaned up by their combo classes.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There seems to be a disconnect between flank and combo.
That's just suiciding here in the main. I'm
There
not
was a
sure
sap
what
on
his
the
plan was.
SG. There was a sap on the SG. Why?
Oh, right, okay.
They got the SG down, so it's working. And there's lots of good pressure on them. Ceejaey, but Palmsky gets sniped, so Ceejaey can pop this. It's a free pop, really. There's a heavy close here. Chinook. Oh, there's a sniper right behind Amelia.
What is Flo doing?
If Ceejaey pops out now and
If he
does a
gets
quick
a pick.
scope, it would be the best kill I've ever seen. Oh, he went for Amelia.
He's going to ham? Oh,
I think he
that
should.
was hilarious.
Oh, but now when Set's coming in, forces the Uber. Dear me, Flo, if that could have been the play of the century, but in the end it's a good force for TC. Now they have Uber advantage. Maybe they're going to learn their lesson. Don't push the far right. Try and go main with your Uber. Try and trap their team. Get the SG at spawn. Try and surround their team. It's not big advantage either, it's 30%.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they can work off this Uber bunch. I mean, you have to kind of move when you have 80-70% already. And then you have to hope that the medic doesn't get fragged while you're moving over there. So I'm not sure if they're gonna use this advantage, but it's sizable somewhat. It's 30%. It's definitely pushable, and maybe they can catch Ceejaey out here. But I feel like you have someone on Steve. You have to kill Steve first, otherwise in this house area you can deny your whole Uber and you just do nothing with it. Flo gets a bit of K-Cut, so that opens a lot of space here.
Again. Oh, and they drop set so. And this. I mean, they are getting close to the combo, but look at that Emilio. He knows it's a bad Uber. He wants to stay in, and they do get it, and they should clean up. Palmsky, he's gonna die. Steve should shotgun him down. Yeah, same thing. They went the far right. 4 people in the same area. Stickies just everywhere. Choke point spammed. Lots of damage before the Uber. Demo man dropped.
Yeah, I mean,
same thing, same mistake.
That was really unlucky. They dropped Setsu and then Wanda as well, who was trying to get some of the Uber and do damage for Setsu.
I'd say it's unlucky. That's bad combo play. Like, they don't know who should be taking the Uber, who shouldn't be. These should be things they discussed before the Uber, and then the players not involved shouldn't be sat around getting spammed. They've got to be more patient. Got to play smarter. Like, if you play TF2 at this level, you've got to know the art of pushing through a choke point.
I mean, this team is still learning, right? I mean, they just recently joined Prem, so let's not be too hard on them.
I want them to have high standards, man. I go main now, which I wanted to see. They always get this SG down, but they don't do anything with it. This San Alex has gone level 3s. Stinson, as a medic main, in fact I'll say former medic main, you are a medic main.
I am a medic main.
Think of Palmsky so far.
I don't know, man. I mean,
unconvincing.
it's really hard as a medic against strong opinions in a team where you're like probably gonna lose. Because like I can see how the combo can tilt really fast in such a game, and Setsu is one of the demo men, definitely, who gets annoyed really easily when it doesn't work his way. So I don't know, man. He hasn't played really too well, but I don't think we can blame him for this. He's not the one making the calls. I think Sinok is.
Yeah.
Sinok and Setsu are main calling, and I can see how that can collide.
The thing I see is they keep making the same mistake. They just keep doing the same push over and over again, and it hasn't worked. They're basically relying on some sort of miracle play. Here they come with Uber. It's a messy one again.
Setsu again.
It's messy. It's Setsu running in solo with his teammates too close to him. It's just the positioning. I mean, they have picked up a couple of frags, but Palmsky's dead. I mean, they won't mind that. Losing 3 people and keeping their medic alive. They've got to do something different with their Ubers. It's just the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
The Uber's pops are not good there. Tetsuo keeps getting too close. He doesn't wait for his medic. He doesn't look at where his medic is. He keeps dropping down to too weak before the Uber's teammate to keep coming around him and taking spam that they need to take. It's not easy for Palmsky. I mean, he should probably get the Uber on him, but it's going to be a bad Uber anyway, even if Sets will survive.
Yeah.
Maybe try going main again. But this is where your flank should try and pressure the right side, where you've drawn their combo back here to this position.
Now they're gonna get wrapped around here. Ceejaey is Ubering onto the card. They're gonna get a ton of frags. Sets is already down. Sinnoh is down. Sunrise goes down. I think now it's just cleanup time and everybody's playing for the locks. Hildreth.
Yeah, I mean, Palmsky did the right thing by getting out of there, but the clock is against him, so it's a smart decision by Ceejaey to Uber there, because even if Palmsky would run away and get Uber advantage,
Oh man, that was
doesn't
brutal.
matter. Yeah, they hold him to 1 point. This is a statement of intent from Strong Opinions. Even with 3 mercs, they are completely on top of this game. They get a few kills. They get the NG down quite a bit, but you know the spies getting they're coordinating stuff with the spy and the soldier and stuff, but they're not doing anything else. They can't break the combo. It's so strong.
I was laughing because Wonder just typed in chat Alua Akbar while they're all suiciding. That was fun. Sorry.
I gotta keep the morale up, I suppose, when you're getting hammered like this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they mind too much. Like, I mean, obviously you don't want to get destroyed like they just did, but I'm not talking shit, but this must feel not well. And then you have like 2 pricks like us casting and shit talking them as well. And a terrible cameraman, yeah.
Well, I don't think Arjax is gonna be buying you drinks at Deutschland after that comment. I called him handsome pre-game.
Yeah,
See,
but I'm
he
more
knows.
handsome.
He knows. But Strong Opinions, they should be able to close this out. They're gonna force. They're gonna go quickly, I reckon, and try and get this first cap down. So they don't have to spend too long. There's a good trap above this thing exploding early. They go for the suicide to find a combo. We'll see.
And you just have to cap 1 point, right? I mean, if they cap it within 2 minutes, then it's over already. So this can be over really quick as Emil goes down though. Selek and Sunrise are down as well, so no pyro to deny any type of aggression here from Strong Opinions if they choose to go out. But Ceejaey is still in spawn, waiting for the respawn wave.
Oh, Toast game found Palmsky.
Drops to Toast. Oh my god.
That
Feels
pyro
bad,
going
man.
down early, made a difference there. Most people will think Toast is going to go for the SG. He went for the frag instead. It's rare you see that, and they pushed them out with their Uber. It's going to be really, really hard for TC to come back in, but they've got a few frags, a couple of people down, but they do have an opportunity to get back in here. Setzel with the cart. He cleans up Seal, but Emilio is there, and Steve was there as well. Takes out Setzel. That's hope diminished. Palmsky definitely. He throws himself into the kite. It's not going to be enough.
Gets headshot by K-God, holy shit.
Strong Opinions take the big 6-0, dominating performance. Not really a long cast at all.
Yeah, there's nothing to be said here. That was brutal, man.
There was a massive golfing class, just I think in every department. Maybe not necessarily in some cases the individual skill isn't too far apart. You could even argue that certain players are better individually, but the teamwork, Strong Opinions, they just have their stuff down. They know the map, and they know what they're doing. For TC Ambition, they won't be too worried because they're not going to be looking at teams like Strong Opinions for points this season. They're going to be looking at their games against Bureau, Wasp, maybe Nunya. That's where I don't know if they've actually played any of them yet, but that's where they're going to be picking up their points. They won't be too disheartened by the result. But dominating performance, and speaking of dominating people, we have Ceejaey and Seal. Congratulations, well played. You didn't really look like you had to step up a gear. There was only one tie where you put under pressure, and that was in the first round. And when you got picked, and Steve just equalised things almost instantly. How do you feel after that performance?
Yeah, we're happy. We're happy with the win, obviously. We've had kind of a hectic week, as you can probably see with the players that are playing.
So you're happy with the win? No, actually, we're disappointed. We only won 6.
Well, no, we're. Yeah, I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, we're happy in the sense that it may have looked easy on the cast, but coming into it, we weren't thinking, oh, this is going to be easy, like, this is going to be a roll or anything like that. Like, we had the UGC Plat match on Monday, which was like different maps, and we've had kind of, like in our first 2 weeks, we've had different players playing. Like, we had to have K-Cop play last minute today. Like, he's been playing with us all week, which is why he played instead of Solid, because he kind of has been practicing the map with us. Because Cloudy came in halfway through, and we were like, well, seeing as K-Cop has been playing, he can carry on. And obviously Lazy Bear had to come in on Scout, and we've been playing with Ali like so far this season. But yeah, it's kind of all just been a little bit hectic, so we're just kind of pleased to get the result out of the way.
Yeah, that's 6-0. Stinson, you sound like you have a question, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, it was also a difficult week after the loss against Fair Enough. So how did you guys deal with it? I mean, obviously, I think you didn't expect to lose. I think it was like a possibility, but especially Lakeside was a really dominant match, and I've never seen you guys like lose that hard before. So how did you deal with this? Did you go over the demo? Did you talk about stuff, or
no? We didn't really need to. Like, we knew why we lost. We just didn't have our players. Like, we're not worried about where we are, because we've played Fair Enough like 2 or 3 times this week, and in our warm-up we played against them and they couldn't cap second. So if that's a consolation to TC Ambition, they are.
So you're saying if it comes to a rematch, you're not afraid of
Oh,
Fair Enough
not
or
at all.
anything?
Like, we had Ast playing with us on Scout instead of Thalash. Ast had only played like a couple of matches with us at that point. Raptor had 150 ping, and we had Solid playing sort of Cloudy. Like, it sounds like excuses, but we weren't ourselves. So it's just kind of, that's what we're looking at the reasons why. If we'd had our full roster, I'm not saying Lakeside would have been different. I'm not saying like, we would have trashed them or anything, but it would have been ourselves. If that result had happened with a full lineup, then yeah, sure, I'd be worried. But we just kind of said, hey, we lost games last season and we still went on to win. So it's just, it's just something to learn from.
All right.
That's an attitude to admit, but is there a danger that you're got a weakness on the 5 CP format and well, I'm not sure about Viaduct, but on Lakeside particularly, because the Lakeside game was pretty one-sided. Do you think there's a weakness there, or are you confident with your main roster you can turn it around, or you've got?
Yeah, I'm confident with our main roster. Like, Ali said, he hates Lakeside. He doesn't know how to play it, and Corv, having played with us the past 2 seasons, his absence has been kind of notable, because he plays a certain style that allows me to give heals to different people at different times. And Ali playing on Lakeside, he himself admitted, he said, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I'm struggling. And also, funny story, he actually took massive credit to him. He's like stepped in and done amazingly in the first few weeks. But last week he actually he was playing around his girlfriend's house. He had to take his computer to his girlfriend's house in order to play. So he wasn't feeling his best. And the day before in the warm-up, we had to play with him on his girlfriend's. Oh, hey, so yeah. So I mean, we don't have a weakness there. Once we have the Lash, we have people like Toast, who excel at that map, and we have kind of a bit more coordination. Like, we played again on Lakeside on Monday against Bureau, and we were just kind of cruising, because that was the UGC Platinum game, and we were fine with it. So, the only teams we had struggles against was Fair Enough and Nunya, and both those times we kind of had issues with our roster, and Raptor kind of was unsure of what to do on the map, and that led all the way into the official. So if you still have doubts of what you're doing on a map, then that's we weren't prepared.
You can always ban it as well. But we're joined by Selek, the spy for TC Ambition. Selek, you've got to be getting some bandages after that game. Is there anything particularly you have to say about the performance? Because it was a pretty one-sided game that I've seen.
Yeah, it was. We're not really disappointed, though. It was kind of expected, especially considering roster problems, mainly with our combo. And we have been improving a lot, but I think we just need more time. So obviously we don't expect to win against the best European team yet.
Good evening and congratulations to Ceejaey and Seal,
Yeah,
alongside
we're
the other
joined by
players.
Palmsky as well here. Right in time for my question, Palmsky. Your combo play seemed pretty lackluster. To be fair, I mean, how was the mumble comms? I mean, did you get like
The
annoyed?
problem-
I can see how Setsu like didn't like the way it went.
Yeah, the problem is we, starting to this week, we switched our combo around. We had Setsul on Soldier before and Senok as Demoman, and we switched around to Senok on Heavy and Setsul on Demoman, and it's a bit, uphill battle. We are not communicating that well yet. Because we're experimenting a bit too much. We took this week basically as a week for experiments, and they didn't work really well. I was dropping him way too much, and that was just my fault. I played not good today.
That's nice of you to take the credit, but as a new medic main, I have sympathy for a medic when you've got 5 people running around trying to be Ubered in the same little choke point, and Ali's probably just sitting there like this is going to be easy. I can just do 500 damage to everybody one pipe. But for your team now, you've lost 3 games 6-0. You've played the Bureau already and lost 6-0. I actually think that Bureau are going to be a good team this season, but where are your points going to come from? Because you're finishing fixtures, fair enough, Wasp. But although next week you'll be playing Nunya, and then fair enough, then Wasp, and then Merktech. Where are the points going to come from?
Yeah, you
You
go.
want to answer? Okay. I think we have a chance maybe against Nunya. We had not only bad games this season though. Like the first game, we cut ourselves off. We could have won there at some points. I don't think we have any chance against Fair Enough or Wasp really, but you never know. Maybe they have a bad day. They have some people with exams because they're coming up for a few universities now. So maybe we get lucky and they got a bad day, missing a few key players. And I think we will improve with our comms though. So I still have hope. I don't see much points coming for us, but Nunya maybe if Wasp has a bad day or Merktech, we'll see.
I think we
Still
don't
positive.
we don't need too much luck though. We had bad luck in the beginning, considering how our combo players went again. I think the season started a bit too early for us. So right now I think we're steadily improving and take a few more, hopefully not a few more weeks, but soon we will be improving more. And as Palmsky said, there are some teams we can still beat.
All right. I mean, I'm trying to figure out a question for Seal because he hasn't said anything yet. Seal, man, what did you do today? How was your weekend?
I don't know. I just sat and wait for Selek to come up, and I get surprised every time because my sound was too low.
Yeah, there
so...
were quite some duels between you two.
Yeah,
guys.
that's
there
all
were.
the action I got because I was sitting so far back. Everyone got kills before they came to me, so yeah, pretty chill.
It seemed like they were just focusing you, like Selek, you were just going for this sap on the engineer, and you weren't really going for picks on the second point. That's what it felt like watching.
Yeah, that's true. I did later on, but the combo was quite close, so I didn't see an opening, which meant I went for the flank or for the sentry because it was not well protected.
I mean, if you don't know what to do, you just go for the weakest link, right? And that would be Seal in that situation because he doesn't have any protection.
Not because Seal is bad, obviously.
All right, guys. Well, final question for Ceejaey, so we can wrap this up. Now, looking at your season, I mean, you're probably going to be very confident about getting to playoffs with fair enough 6-0 in you. Are you worried that potentially that's first place gone? I mean, fair enough, we're actually playing Nunya on the other channel, which we will promote in a second, but your remaining games, Merktech, you've got to be confident. Us in Season 5 after last season, you've got to be confident. Bureau and Wasp, you're looking at 4 6-0s there.
I wish I shared your optimism. Potentially that could be 4 6-0s, but potentially we can drop points in all of those games. Like, none of the teams are bad. That's always the aim. At the start of the season, it's just get to playoffs, and then we can we've really kind of been struggling with the way we've been playing. So to be where we are, I think we're I consider Nunya and Fair Enough playoff teams, potentially. So to have got 6 points out of those 2 games wasn't the worst scenario with our subs and stuff. So, if we keep on this momentum, we can just at least get into playoffs, then we can just carry that, when everyone gets onto their good internet and, people come back from having, issues moving house and stuff, then yeah, I'm totally confident. Like, we feel that we can beat any team on any map. Like, when it comes to it, we've not struggled on this map, and we've only really kind of learnt it this week. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to the crunch, we're just waiting to play our games. You know, we're just kind of we're confident we can beat anyone as long as we have our full lineup and we're focused. But as for first place, I don't know. If we get first place, I think fair enough. Like, can drop points. They have to play you guys.
Yes.
Obviously, they're gonna drop points against us.
Who knows? I mean, who knows? I mean,
They're going to play us as well.
Like I was saying earlier before you guys joined, they couldn't cap second against us today. So, you know, you guys were on a level footing with regards on this map. So, who knows? But yeah, I mean, they can drop points on against any team. If we don't get first, we didn't get first last season. Just meant we were practicing more in playoffs. You know, the old curse of first place. But yeah, no, we're fine with where we are at the moment.
All right, well, it's going to be interesting. I guess we'll end with some big shout-outs, and then we're going to take the remaining 20 or so people watching, go over to BlackOut Gaming TV, and watch Fair Enough versus Nunya. I don't know the score at the moment. I won't spoil it for the VOD. But there you go. Stinson spoiled it for the VOD. But Fair Enough looking good there. Ceejaey, shout-outs, boy.
Yeah, shout out to my team. Especially to Ali, Lazy, Kcot jumped in at the last minute to play, and Whitelist.tf, our sponsors, and VHooved. And shout out to the TCA guys. It's always a pleasure playing with you guys. Good luck for the rest of the season.
That's so pleasant. MrPalmsky, can you be even more pleasant?
Oh, you can't expect me to be more pleasant than Ceejaey. That's impossible. He's such a nice fellow. But big shout-outs to my team as well for all the hard work we're trying to put in. Shout-out to all the lovely viewers that support, and everybody come to Deutschland, obviously. And good luck for the rest of the season, and slim chance maybe we see us in the playoffs. Hope dies last.
Like the positivity. I think you actually outdid Ceejaey in the niceness there. Seal's not going to be nicer than you, though. Seal, give me some shout-outs.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Anubis.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
He talks enough anyway.
I won't even try to outdo people in being nice. But shout out to my team. It was fun playing, even though we lost. And shout out for Strong Opinions, because they're actually a nice team, aside from being good.
Okay, well, Stinson.
I'm gonna be the nicest guy on cast, because I'm gonna shout out my boy Flo from TCA. He's looking for a girlfriend, so guys, if you want to meet a nice guy, a nice fellow, he's coming to Deutschland as well, so you know you're gonna meet him in person. Just add him on Steam. he will be your guy. Shout out to anyone watching, anyone here in this mumble. I have no idea who I'm shout-outing, so, you know, just go with it. If you guys can spare some trading cards, just add me on Steam. If you need a girlfriend, add Flo. If you have trading cards, add me.
Alright, we're becoming a BlackOut TV dating service. It's fantastic. I'll end the cast by shouting out Arjax for this on the camera. Stinson, my co-caster, the teams for playing good games. Thank you, the viewers. Shout out to the Spire.tv. Shout out to John, obviously, for organising everything. And my final shout out, other than Julius Bart, is going to be Selek for the LOL Highlander sticker, which I still have on my car mirror.
You're welcome.
You can ask Sideshow about that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been BlackOut TV, BlackOut TV 2, Strong Opinions versus TC Ambition, a 6-0 for Strong Opinions. GG, well played.
See ya.
Is that a wrap, son?